What is up, guys? This is Paul Murphy, and I've just been shooting a video for an advertising campaign that I'm going to be doing on YouTube. So it's kind of exciting because I've not done an advertising campaign on YouTube yet, and trying to be a bit extrovert on the camera so that you get people's attention and all the rest of it. So it's all good fun, right? This is what internet marketing is. The reason I wanted to show you is I did a screenshot of my earnings the other day, and something that most people are kind of missing out on, it's sort of staring us all in the face, is free traffic. And free traffic is kind of blowing up at the moment. It's like it's really simple to get. Like back in the day, you used to sort of have to get SEO. You'd need to rank your keywords, long tail keywords. We used to have to try and rank for, because short tail keywords were virtually impossible. And what we could do is we could put up a website or a blog or a funnel, and we would rank that website by using backlinks. And we would sometimes have to do 10, 20, 30 backlinks to rank for the top keywords. And, SEO became very, very unpopular as soon as the likes of ClickFunnels and paid traffic started to get really, really popular on Facebook. And, obviously paid traffic's always been around on Google, but YouTube's, is still slightly untapped market. But the reason that I wanted to chat you to today is I want to see if I can convince you to rip up your contract, your agency contract, and rip up your advertising campaigns. Because I'm very active in a lot of the groups on Facebook, and we're seeing at the moment that lots of people are really, really frustrated. The Facebook campaigns are blowing up all over the place. One day you're getting really low CPCs, the next day it's kind of like tripling, right? So that's a reality of Facebook marketing. And something we figured out in the last 6 months to a year is we've basically been able to tap into free traffic and get completely free rankings on the top of Google and YouTube. And the way we do this is that we don't try and rank a website first. We do that after. We try and rank a video, because as long as you're giving Google and YouTube exactly what they want, you're able to ethically steal all the top rankings. And it's blowing our mind at the moment, because we can literally go in for any competitive product that we choose. We can get it at the top of Google and YouTube, and we can literally rank within the 24 hours. Sometimes we rank immediately for like crazy keywords, right? So I'm just going to show you. I've actually got a masterclass where I'm going to show you all this. You can actually link up to the masterclass. I'm actually doing that at the moment. Once we finish that, we're going to put it on recording. So you can literally click the link down below and actually go and watch the masterclass. I'm actually going to show you how you can replicate. So you've got a really strong call to action there. It's like 1 hour of your time, and you'll be able to literally just copy what I show you. And what the beauty of it is, obviously, we don't use websites. We haven't got any websites, domains, or anything like that. Sometimes we put a funnel on them. We put like a bridge funnel so that we capture an email. But that's only on the winning products. But initially, to get started, you don't need a website. You literally just put your affiliate link. You have to cloak it on YouTube, because YouTube doesn't like affiliate links. But we put our affiliate link on YouTube by using either a pretty link or Click Magic. And then or you could use Bitly or Google Shortly. You can do that as well. We often do that as well. So, we will put that link in YouTube. Okay, we're going to give YouTube and Google what it wants. We're not doing any wizardry. We're not like trying to rank for something and sort of like go all underhanded. Like SEO is kind of slightly underhanded if you're aggressive. The usual SEO tactics are slightly underhanded if you go aggressive, but with this, all we're doing is we're giving Google and YouTube what they want, what they're looking for. We're literally we're tagging everything correctly, we're uploading it all correctly, and then the power comes in when we link up videos. We link videos together, and that's simply it. There isn't really any major strategy other than that. We break it down. We've broken it all down into sort of like really manageable steps, but apart from that, it's like the simplicity is its beauty, really, when you think about it, because it's kind of crazy. Now I actually made a video. I'm gonna have to turn off the thing because I was playing it just now. This is a video I've made for a Facebook ad. I'm actually going to turn it down. and I'm just going to play it to you, and you'll just be able to see. Actually, if I know what I can do. I can go into ScreenFlow. This is a sneak peek behind the scenes of my actual presentation. So I'm literally working on it yesterday, but we've got. I'll show you this. I'll just turn the noise down, and you can see, like, I've actually done a montage of all the listings that we get. So, you know, these are the listings we're going straight in at the top, and these are all my channel. Look, you see passive income ladder here. You can see, and this channel, guys, has only got 350 subscribers. So you don't need a massive channel. You just need to pick a niche and actually, or niche, however you say it, and then you just need to go in and choose a product and just do a bit of research with the product. I mean, obviously, if you've got an e-commerce store or you've got a product, you just need to be putting up your demonstrations, right? You don't even need to put yourself or your voice online if that's kind of something you don't want to use. And my opinion is that the reason why YouTube is wide open at the moment is because most people think YouTube and think they've got to put themselves online, which is, we've got channels. I mean, I've got. I actually had to think there. I think I've got 16 channels in total, some of which I haven't touched for ages, and they're still generating income. And some of them have got like massive amounts of subscribers, but it really doesn't matter. As you can see, this is internet marketing. I'm showing you my actual passive income ladder channel, which is the one I'm using to promote all my products at the moment and actually build my audience, right? And this is these are ranking every single time just by giving Google and YouTube what you want. And we're firing our agencies at the moment. We're literally, there's no point in spending money on agencies when we can literally just go in and steal all this. And also on top of that, what we can do, which is really smart marketing, is we can protect the downside. Richard Branson, in his book Losing My Virginity, that's a really good book, by the way, guys. If you want to see a really, really good book on, let me just get rid of that. I'm actually going to show you a screenshot of the other day. Check this out, guys. This is completely free traffic. We made $6,000 the other day, and that was a particularly good day, I've got to be honest. But we're getting over $1,000 every single day. Actually, we're getting over 2,000. We started off getting 1,000, and this product we posted up about 3 weeks ago, and we got this is crazy. This is literally, I actually took this screenshot yesterday. This is what we got yesterday. So, go back to Richard Branson's book is called Losing My Virginity, and he's also got, the next book is called Finding My Virginity, which I've not read yet. But Losing My Virginity is a really, really good book because his attitude towards business was always sort of more about the adventure side, always about giving it a go and what he enjoyed and what he liked. And, there's a couple of funny stories, but the protecting the downside, he started off by doing mail order records in the UK, and then by doing mail order records he then progressed into signing an act in the UK called Mike Oldfield, who's got that Tubular Bells from The Exorcist, and he signed him. I think he was one of the first people he signed, and he literally I think he got a contract off of another record company, and he just Tipp-Ex'd out the names, and then he wrote in, because he didn't have a lawyer or anything, they just kind of did it with the money, and because they were sending out records via mail order, they could obviously start their own record company and just send out their own records as well. So they kind of got started that way, and then they got a shop in Oxford Street, and there's a funny story in the book about that as well. Really highly recommend that book. He managed to rent an office in Oxford Street for next to nothing, which Oxford Street's like, if you know London, it's like one of the biggest, most busiest, expensive streets. It's got, it had Selfridges, and it's got most of the big department stores. It's like really kind of, heart of London, right? And it wasn't much different back then, but he managed to get his first record shop open without paying any rent. So it's another story about that, which is, he did a deal with a guy downstairs who I think Richard Branson's the way he got in was that he said, look, if you let me borrow the office upstairs, you'll have a load of footfall of people buying your Dr. Martin shoes or your shoes or whatever. And yeah, it was really cool. But to protect the downside, the way you protect the downside is you make sure that you're not going to go under, right? You're going to make sure that your finances are in place, so you're protecting everything financial. And what we're starting to see with Facebook advertising is that people will often they'll have to invest in a course or an agency to do Facebook marketing. That's the first thing. And if people are, sometimes they have to invest in the products as well. Like Shopify is there's an expense for the software, but on top of that, you generally have to get a store built now, because the trust factor on Facebook is quite low now for people going to amateurish looking stores, because a lot of people, it's kind of booming. Shopify, drop shipping, all that is kind of booming, and a lot of people are getting disheartened with the fact that they're buying something and not receiving their products. And the reason they're not receiving it is because a lot of people don't really know what they're doing, right? There's a big percentage of people that are going into this and not knowing really what they're doing. And it's not their fault really, because the system's set up that way to sort of sell and then not offer the back end, right? Which is quite sad really, but it's creating this kind of, it's where you have to spend more money and actually get the store developed. And then when you get the store developed, you with all the right apps and everything, you've then got all the cost of that. And then on top of that, you've got to test out so many different products, right? So for e-commerce, you've got to test out like 20, 30, 40 different products. And before you get a winner. And then what happens is that you're most people are not coming into these businesses with hundreds of thousands of pounds, but you soon get to about 10, 20,000 before you've even made any money, and beyond. And the system's flawed in that way. They don't actually give you that information when you get started. They say you don't need much money, but you actually do. You need to keep spending money and stacking it. And then obviously you can make really good money, but you're not protecting the downside. And that's the problem, is that your downside is that once you get to a certain threshold, you're gonna have a point in your brain where you say enough's enough. Everybody has their own point, and it is booming, the Shopify business, but only 1% of people are actually succeeding, less than 1%. So every 99 people that succeed. Every 100 people that start, 99 people fail and only one succeeds. So you've got a really slim chance. And there is only so much people will put up with and be prepared to accept before they quit. So, I've been making affiliate money from free traffic for years, because I ended up starting my business by putting a website and accidentally falling into it. I literally, I started my business when I left the insurance company I worked for in 2002. And I started my business as a wedding planner, and it wasn't a very successful business, to be honest with you. It literally I changed direction very, very quickly. But I worked out a little trick at the time. There's a guy in the office next to me, and he showed me something that showed me how to rank for keywords. And at the time, Google let you rank for anything you want without that much effort. It was kind of very, very easy. The algorithm wasn't very technical, so you could put loads of words on the actual page, and it would rank for it. And you could hide them as well. Technically, it's called spamming, but we didn't know that then, and we didn't even have that term. But at the time, you'd hide all these words on the page so people couldn't see them. But you could rank for anything. And we were playing around, like just messing about, putting up all these different words on all these different pages to see if it would rank, even though it was irrelevant, right? So I had a wedding planning website, and I started ranking for like really weird things, because I was putting up, I can't even remember the search terms, but I was just trying it out, and it was coming up at the top of Google, right? Which is why you can see today Google's algorithm is so complicated, because obviously it doesn't want people to be presented with the wrong information. But we were able to do that back then. It was really, really simple and straightforward. So once we figured out that we didn't want to do wedding planning, and really we wanted to try and make some money, but we didn't really want to have to, set up a service and do it ourselves. and that we could literally just team up with people and get paid. And we figured that out quite quickly. We didn't even know it was called affiliate marketing, right? We just it's sort of like a natural, really weird to sort of go back there, but it was kind of very natural. We didn't. I don't think there was anything like. We could rank keywords. We knew that we could get business, and we knew that there'd be a way to make money off of the back of that traffic, and we just had to figure it out. And we started. I started with an affiliate product. So I protected the downside because I had very little money when I started, and I wasn't spending any money apart from my office, which I needed because I'd sold my house and I was kipping on my mate's floor because I didn't have enough money to buy another house. I knew that I was either going to buy another house or put the money into a business and risk it all, But it wasn't that much. I think it was like, in this country, I had £7,000 and that was it. And I had literally whatever stuff I had to put in a car because I broke up with my girlfriend and sold my house. So I literally had £7,000 and I figured, well, give it a go and then get a job. If not, I'll be all right. I was quite a lot younger and I didn't care. I was kind of like, well, give it a go. But I protected the downside because I didn't spend money, only on the business, only on the office. I didn't spend, and the domain name, that was it really. There was no other expenses. The office expenses and the domain name were it. And I wouldn't spend money on anything else. I wanted to work out how to generate money, not spend money. And paid marketing at the moment is getting harder and harder, and it's getting more saturated. And Facebook now, we're finding, that there is a problem, because Facebook's share price went down the other day. It'll bounce back, obviously, but it's not growing at the rate it used to grow. And although we think Facebook's a fantastic advertising platform, we're thinking, well, you need to be smart about it, right? You need to think about what you're doing. And so we just decided that we were going to go back to free traffic. 6 to 8 months ago, we started to figure out that Google owns YouTube. And if we post up what YouTube and Google are looking for by protecting the downside, we can literally go in and get free traffic. And then what we can do with that free traffic is once we get a winning offer. So what we'll do is we'll knock it out of the park with at least one of our free offers. We choose an affiliate product. Our favourite method is so you can do ClickBank. We do ClickBank as well for some of our other channels. But our favourite method, and the one that works really well, is to use products that we use, right? So in internet marketing, we sell the products that we use. So, we use various webinar products. We use autoresponder products. We use funnel building software. We use Builderall, and we use ClickFunnels. But ClickFunnels is kind of saturated, and Builderall is sort of like wide open at the moment. So we're focusing on that. And we're noticing that the software in Builderall is like really, really good as well. And the apps, they're making it so that you don't need anything else, right? You've got it all in, and they're developing it and building it up as you go on. So that is working really well as well. So with internet marketing, we're finding that free traffic is definitely the way forward, because there's now like a weird hack that we've figured out that you can go in and get top rankings on Google and YouTube within 24 hours. And I have to laugh every time I say it because, as you can see from this video that I just showed you, it's nuts. We're getting them time and time again. And the way we protect the downside, the way that Richard Branson describes it in his book, is that he hired a jet. So when he ran his record company, he built that up to a level where he was really happy and everyone was loving it. And then what he did was, he went and built he then went and hired a jet. I think he was trying to get back I think he'd gone to view his island, Necker Island, and he didn't have much money at the time. And I think they were pretending to look at it. I don't think they were interested in buying it, but they ended up getting it for like a ridiculously low price. And then the plane was cancelled, and he literally chartered a jet. By just going around with a board in the airport saying Virgin Airlines $50 for a flight, and people were coming up to him because they couldn't get home. And then he got the idea from that, and he said to everybody in his record company, look, I want to do this. I want start this, and they were all going to leave the record company. They all thought he was bonkers. But he wasn't focusing on the money, even though he knew there probably would be money in it. He was literally focusing on the opportunity and the fun and the adventure. He liked to go ballooning. When he was younger, he loved ballooning. And to him, it was one big adventure. But that's the way he describes it anyway. And the fact that people tell him he can't do things it's kind of like red rag to a bull for him. He will prove you wrong. And they said you're going to lose all your money because a jet at the time would cost you 30 million pounds plus. I don't know what they cost now, but they were looking at 30 million plus. So he just decided that he was going to sit on the phone all week to Boeing and find somebody that was going to rent him a plane. And he managed to get a lease on a plane for a year. They did do it. They'd never done it, but they did do it. There was no reason that they wouldn't do it. And he even managed to tie in a deal where he got the profit or loss on the plane if it went up or down in value. And he already had an inkling that it was going to go up in value. So if the plane was worth 35 million a year later and he bailed out and gave him the plane back, he would walk away with the extra 5 million, which is kind of crazy. It's like how he managed to get a deal like that is probably why he's probably why he is who he is, right? He's able to do amazing deals. So he protected the downside, and he always said, as long as you protect the downside, you've got nothing to lose. At the end of the year, he could give the plane back and carry on with his business and his life, and he wasn't going to lose anything, right? And he would have had a year trying and having an adventure. And we all know how that turned out. He's now spearheading Virgin Galactic, where which is kind of bonkers that we'll at some point in the future we'll be able to go into space, or at least into orbit, and get wherever we want around the world at like super fast rates without using mega amounts of fuel, which is because they'll use the Earth, they'll use the orbit to as a shuttlecock type system. So it's really crazy how it works. But if as a call to action here, guys, if you want to be able to pick a product or sell anything online, like if it's e-commerce, okay, if you've got an e-commerce store, this is wide open. You've got no reason not to sort of get in on this. If it's a product for if it's a product for drop shipping, okay, so you can get a store, or you could set one up with Builderall. You could set up a funnel with Builderall. I'll put a link down below if you want to get that, because that's a lot better value than ClickFunnels, and you get a lot more for your buck. And if you sign up for the business account, I've got a load of bonuses for you as well, because if you want to get your money back and not pay for Builderall, you can sign up for the business account, use the strategies that I've got for 24-hour ranking, and you'll get your money back in no time. You just need a few videos. So, obviously you can do that as well. So for the business one's $50, the middle one's $30, and the first one's $10. So you can check that out. But so basically you can rank a keyword within 24 hours, right? And you can put any product you want. You can go for any competitive product. Literally any competitive product is wide open. Sort of like been staring us in the face for the last few years. You can literally go in and steal all these rankings, or ethically steal is probably the right way to put it. And once you've done a few, you'll see the results. And as you can see from this one, this is one offer we've got. This is the most I've made in a day from one product. And actually, believe it or not, because we're getting better at this now, we're making a lot more per product. And I see a lot of these videos online where say make $100 a day in 30 days. And I've even had to kind of say that in my masterclass, because people can't believe that you can make more from free traffic. And that's definitely the case, as you can see. And we're not doing anything special. Like I say, we're just giving Google and YouTube what you want. So hopefully that's good, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. I just wanted to do. I just wanted to have like a kind of like an informal chat video today, rather than a hypey one, because sometimes I get a little bit overexcited, and I'm trying to present myself, and I'm still learning as well how to do a channel. And bearing in mind we're making these sort of commissions from the videos, and I'm still learning. Right, I'm no expert. I've on my other channels, I'm not. It's not me. I outsource the scripts. I do demonstrations. Like you've seen them on Facebook where people are using a product and then there's background music. That's what we do on most of our channels. Just 2 or 3 minute videos of those. So this style of presenting and being online is I've been doing it for a year and a half, and I'm getting better. I'm getting more comfortable. I used to blink a lot, but now I'm getting a lot more comfortable with doing it. But your call to action today, guys, is that I have got a masterclass. Okay, now it's completely free, so you can turn up and you can actually learn the strategies that we're talking about today. I'm actually going to show you how you get these rankings and knock it out of the park, and you'll be able to just replicate the system. And I've got a case study in there as well, and I've also got I'm actually going to show you some live rankings as well, and some good stuff and some bonuses as well for attending, because at the end of it you can actually work with me if you want to. There is an offer for you to work with me as well if you want to, but you don't need that. Obviously, you can just use what's in the masterclass to go and start ranking videos, and if you do that and you use those and you get results, then please come back to my video or join the Facebook group. I've got a Facebook group that you can come and join in and kind of share with others at the moment, where you can kind of it's free as well at the moment. Again, that's going to be charged at some point, because that's going to be quite a high value Facebook group. It's not just going to be a passive one. We've got lots of training. I'm going to be doing lives in there as well. So again, you can get in on that as well. But if you sign up for the masterclass, obviously I'll send you links for the Facebook group anyway. But I'll put links down below. You can check them all out. So yeah, that's all I'm doing today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you got some value out of that. And I urge you to do the masterclass, because there's stuff in there that no one's teaching, and we've figured it out ourselves. So have a good day, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care.